Here's the part that keeps them up at night. You don't have to expose them. They expose themselves the moment you walk in. Oh, my dear chosen ones, look at you stepping in again, carrying that presence that makes the whole atmosphere stiffen like someone just flicked on a spotlight in a room full of hidden intentions. You know what's funny? The enemy thought they could humiliate you, outmaneuver you, confuse you, but somehow you became the reason they suddenly can't trust their own words, their own stories, their own carefully polished masks. Chosen one! Bro, what the hell? Your sixth sense is giving them trust issues, and not by accident, not by force, but simply by being who you are. Let's start with this truth bomb. People fear what they cannot predict, and you, chosen one, are the plot twist they never saw coming. You walk into a room and intentions start trembling like they've been caught red-handed. The same people who once mocked your awareness are now double-checking their sentences before they speak, terrified their tone will betray them. They used to laugh at your instincts until life, oh yes, life delivered every warning you voiced right to their doorstep. Now they don't laugh. Now they stare. Now they wonder how you keep calling the truth before they even assemble the lie. They hate it, chosen ones. They hate how you catch the microscopic flickers in their body language, the sharp inhale before deception, the shift in posture when guilt hits their bloodstream. They act confused when you react early, but deep inside, they know exactly what's happening. Your intuition isn't some quirky trait. It's the quiet storm on the horizon that ruins their rehearsed performances. Your presence alone is enough to make pretenders glitch like corrupted files. You ever notice how they suddenly talk too fast around you? Or not at all? How they stumble over explanations you never asked for? That's fear, chosen one, wearing the mask of politeness. That's panic dressed up as small talk. They're not intimidated because you're loud. You're not loud. You're precise. You're calm. You're surgical. That terrifies them more than any outburst could. And yes, my chosen ones, I know what you wonder at this point. Why do they act guilty when I haven't accused them of anything? Why do they treat me like I'm dangerous when I haven't lifted a finger? Why am I the one carrying instincts that feel heavier than the average mind can process? Here's your answer, etched in stone. Your clarity is their consequence. People who hide things are terrified of those who can see. You don't need evidence. You don't need confessions. Your sixth sense hears the story playing beneath their words. It reads the room faster than their lies can form. It slices straight through illusions they spent years constructing. That's why the room shifts when you step in. Their stories aren't strong enough to stand under your perception. And here's the part that stings them the most. You never asked for this power. You never begged to be the one who sees behind the curtain. But life, experience, betrayal, disappointment, they forged your instincts the way fire tempers steel. While others drowned in ignorance, you sharpened in silence. While others slept through red flags, you learned to read patterns in the dark. You were becoming chosen long before you realized you were different. Why does this hit so hard for them, you may ask? Because chosen ones don't just see people, they decode them. You don't read faces, you read motives. You don't wait for the truth, you anticipate it. And once they know you can see straight through them, every part of their identity starts to unravel. Their confidence evaporates, their composure fractures, their fake kindness melts like cheap wax under heat. They want to fool you, but they can't even fool themselves anymore. Not when you're standing there calm, unshaken, reading them like an open book with missing pages. My dear chosen ones, listen closely. Your sixth sense didn't ruin their trust. It revealed the cracks they were desperately trying to hide. You didn't break anything. You simply illuminated what was already fragile. And now, here they are, tiptoeing around your awareness like it's a landmine, terrified that one wrong move will expose everything they've spent years burying. Chosen ones, before we dive deeper into this awakening, pause with me for a moment. If this message is hitting you in the exact places you never say out loud, then show your support in the simplest but most powerful way. Hit that like button and subscribe right now. Not just for numbers, but to fuel the energy behind creating messages that cut through the noise, shake your spirit awake, and remind you who you truly are. Your support keeps this mission alive. It keeps us pouring time, truth, and fire into every video so you continue rising, evolving, and owning your power. So welcome again, chosen ones, to the battlefield you never signed up for but mastered anyway. This message you're hearing? It's not random. It's the one they prayed you'd never receive. The one that confirms what they hoped was just their imagination. You really are that perceptive, that sharp, that dangerous to their comfort zone. If you're still here, still listening, still feeling that pull in your chest, the pull that says this is about you, then drop your mark. The world has spent long enough trying to shrink you. Now it's time for you to step into the truth they can no longer hide from. Chosen one, before we push deeper into why your sixth sense is shaking their entire reality, take a breath with me. If this message is hitting your nerves the way truth always does, then show it. Your support isn't just a click. It's the signal that you're awake, aware, and ready to step fully into the power that keeps exposing their masks. Tap like, hit subscribe, and drop 77 in the comments if you're done apologizing for a gift that was never meant for ordinary minds. Every bit of support helps us bring you more raw, mind-shifting, high-energy content built for people who see too much. And now, let's dive in step by step, because if you're truly a chosen one, you're about to realize these aren't random coincidences. These are the exact signs you've been carrying all along. Let's get started. Number 1. The truth you carry shakes them before you even speak. When your truth hits, their masks fall like dominoes. The moment you walk in, their lies don't get quiet. They start screaming. My dear chosen ones, buckle up, because this is the part where the enemy gets scorched by their own shadows. This is the moment where we stop pretending they didn't understand you. Oh, they understood you just fine. What they feared, long before they could name it, was the raw accuracy of your perception. They feared how your truth cuts deeper than their performances, how your presence forces them to confront realities they spent years pretending didn't exist. They didn't mock your warnings because they thought you were wrong. They mocked your warnings because they hoped, desperately, that you wouldn't be right again. They hoped your intuition would finally miss the mark, that your sixth sense would glitch for once. But it didn't. It never does. And that's why they whisper about you like you're some unpredictable force of nature. You said the storm was coming, chosen one, and then it arrived exactly the way you described it. Coincidence, they said. Overthinking, they joked. Too sensitive, they dismissed. Until the truth hit them like a brick, and suddenly they weren't laughing anymore. And here's a quote they'll never admit, keeps echoing in their minds. A liar's greatest fear isn't getting caught. It's getting caught by someone who predicted it before it happened. Chosen one, you've always been that person. The one who reads the tension in someone's voice before they feel it themselves. The one who notices the half-second pause before a lie lands. The one who senses betrayal in the air before it even enters the room. You didn't study this. You didn't train for it. You evolved into it. While others were fumbling with their scripts, you were already deciphering the motives hidden between their lines. And yes, I know you've wondered, how do I know things before they happen? Why does my gut speak louder than people's explanations? Why am I always right when everyone else swears I'm wrong? Here's your answer, chosen one, etched in stone and sharpened by experience. You weren't given insight, you were forged into it. Think back. This didn't start yesterday. You were the kid who felt the heaviness in a room before anyone argued. You were the teenager who sensed when friendships were slipping long before the final blow. You were the adult who predicted outcomes with eerie precision while others rolled their eyes, only to come back shocked when reality aligned perfectly with your warnings. They didn't hate your intuition because it was odd. They hated it because it was accurate. Imagine their frustration. They spend